All right, it's April 8th, and this is the IDA board meeting for Seneca County. We have a quorum. We have a very brief agenda today, so thanks to everyone for making the time to show up. It's going to be short and sweet, we hope. And I'm going to turn this over to, you have the agenda up in front of you. It's a special meeting, so we're not approving minutes. The issue today is whether to approve or not approve the pilot for the Finger Lakes Railway Corporation. And Sarah, you have the floor to explain, why a special meeting, what's the deal here?
Okay. Well, so we called a special meeting largely because of the timing and the need to coordinate with the other counties on this project. We did hold our public hearing some time ago, and we would have technically been okay by virtue of that to have done a final approval at our previous meeting in March, although there were still a few things that we were sort of waiting on with the other counties, notably the UTEP deviation notices that had to go out, and then just making sure we're all on the same page in terms of language. So we had opted not to do any kind of final approval in March to kind of wait for all of those things to come into alignment. In the background of this, there was a tolling agreement letter that was signed by the company that just kind of said that everybody was in agreement on the terms, that we were going to be effectively extending this agreement, and that letter set a target closing date on or before May 1st. And so because of that, our next regularly scheduled meeting isn't until a little bit later in May. So for us to coordinate this with everybody, we needed to have a special board meeting to consider the approval so that we can be ready to close when all the other counties are as well.
Question, did
Yeah.
Onondaga County ever come into the fold?
No.
So you're just the other four?
Yep, so it's us, Cayuga, Ontario, Yates, and Schuyler that are in this agreement. Onondaga County did end up doing a pilot for Finger Lakes Rail, but they did their own separate thing. And so this agreement, just as a refresher, we did the cost benefit analysis and everything, presented that to you all at our last meeting. But the terms of this are based on a percentage of the company's freight revenue. So historically, Finger Lakes Rail has had a pilot since 1995. That is since they have been in business operating this railway locally when they bought it from CSX. Most recently, those pilot terms were that they would pay 2.75% of their freight revenue, and that payment would get divided 6 ways between each of the counties, including Onondaga. And then we would disperse our 1/6 of that proportionally to all of our various jurisdictions based on their tax rates in a given year. This new updated agreement is a 3.25% of their annual freight revenue. So they're paying more. We're still taking 1/6. There's sort of 1/6 that we're leaving not paid to any of us to account for as if Onondaga had been part of the deal. But our towns and schools and everybody will be getting, a little bit more in pilot revenue. This is a 10-year agreement. We'll also be getting a bigger agency fee paid out each year.
And it keeps the trains running.
And it keeps trains running, quite literally. So that's where we stand. We didn't receive any comments, either in person or written, for any of the public hearings we did. We did 5, 1 in each town. There was no need for this project for a seeker review, as the project as it's been described to us. The company did do a part 1 of the EAF for us to evaluate, but we're classifying it as a type 2 action. And then if at such a point they do some type of new construction or something that would trigger a more formal review process, they'll have to go through that and provide proof before they can receive benefits or continue to receive benefits.
Any questions? All right, so is there a motion to approve the proposed resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any further discussion? Kelly?
Mr. Brownell,
Yes.
Mr. Guthrie,
Yes.
Mr. Cure,
Yes.
Mr. Bruce Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Tom Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Shipley,
Yes.
Mr. Lot,
Yes.
Ms. Weiss,
Yes.
Ms. Capelli absent, motion carried.
Okay, great. Other business? Do we have any other business?
Not at this point.
Do we need an executive session?
No?
Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. The Finger Lakes Railroad.